Hi developers, welcome back. Today in this video tutorial, we'll see how we can connect MySQL database to our .NET based application in Visual Studio. I'll show you a demo of this in ASP.NET Web Forms application, but this will also work in client applications like Windows Form application, WPF application, or in web application based on MVC framework. Prerequisites are, of course, you should have MySQL Server and Visual Studio installed on your computer. Visual Studio by default doesn't have any option to connect with MySQL Server. For connecting MySQL to Visual Studio, you need MySQL.NET connector. It's available on the MySQL website. So open MySQL website, go to the Downloads menu and open the Windows section. And here you will find a link for downloading MySQL for Visual Studio. Go and download this. Download the appropriate version. After downloading this, install it. The file size is 10 MB. And after installing it, it will add MySQL support features in Visual Studio. I have already downloaded and installed the connector. Now it's time for action. Let us do some code. I have already made a MySQL database named test with a table named person in it for the demonstration purpose. And I have also filled up that table with some demo data. Now fire up Visual Studio. Create a new project. I will create a ASP.NET empty web form application. The language is Visual C#. I'm using .NET Framework 4. Give it a name. MySQL Server Demo. Hit OK. Now, the first step is to make a connection to our MySQL database. Open your Server Explorer and right-click on Data Connection. Add Connection. Select MySQL Database option. Click Continue. Now, server name, localhost, username as root, password, whatever you have set during MySQL Server installation, and in the database name, type your database name, or you can select it using drop-down menu. My database name is test. And now hit connection. Connection successful. Okay. Hit OK. And here is our database connection. It has a table named person. Now let us see how we can fetch data from MySQL database and show that on web page. Add a web form in your project. Add web form. Give it a name. I'll give it default. Hit OK. I am planning to show the data in grid view control. So add a grid view control on your web page. Now open the code behind file of your web page. Now we need to add a reference of MySQL in our project. So to add the reference, go to the reference node, right click on it, add MySql, select it, hit OK. Now add namespace using mysql.data.sql client and using system.data. So now I am going to add a method which will bind the data from the database to our grid view. So let's make a public method, public void bind data, and now to connect to our database we need the connection string of our database. So come in Server Explorer, select your connection. In the properties panel, select and copy your connection string, and back in our code behind file, MySql connection con equal to new MySql connection, and paste your connection string here. This is our connection string, and also it will need the database password. So password is equal to your password. Now connection is con that open. Now MySql command cmd is equal to new command select all from person, and the connection, and then MySql adapter, adp new adapter. It will take our MySql command as, so write cmd, make a dataset, ds new dataset. Now adapter dot fill our dataset. Grid view one dot data source equal to our dataset ds, and grid view dot data bind. Now close the connection dot close, and command dot dispose. Hit save all, Control S, and I will call this method in our page load. So bind data, save. Now run the application. See, here we are getting the person ID, first name and last name from our MySql database. So this is how we connect and fetch data from MySql database in Visual Studio and Data application. Thanks for watching. Have a good day ahead.